What is up, La Familia? JJ back here from Up Your Bets, this time talking a little bit more March Madness. Selection Sunday was just last night, and when better to break these games down than Monday morning? This vid is going to be for the Midwest region of the bracket, and video number 4 for those counting at home. I have a vid for each region with a best bet for each, so watch them all to get all the free bets. These games are going to tip between Thursday, March 17th and Friday, March 18th. So let's dive nose first, right, into the Midwest region. Kansas will either get Texas Southern or Texas A&M-CC. That game would end up being Thursday at 9:57 p.m. But instead, I'll talk on Texas Southern and Texas A&M-CC, Tuesday, 6:40 p.m. Texas Southern minus 3.5, total 136. Look, this game figures to be scrappy, right? I mean, Southern's minus 3.5 and deservedly so. I make it slightly under 4 and between 3.5. Nothing I love here, but this game's going to come down to A&M's ability to get putbacks on the glass and get to the free throw line. These are easy points if so. Meanwhile, Southern has the same advantages, but more of them, including their elite ability to force turnovers and their matchup advantages inside. Fun way to kick off the tournament is this should be a good game. And by the way, both teams I make sub 24-point dogs to Kansas. Southern actually being 23, a little less. San Diego State, Creighton, Thursday, 7:27 p.m. San Diego State minus 2.5, total 120. Expect a real snail fest here. Two teams that crawl up and down the floor, play great defense, don't foul egregiously. Points will be a premium here, but this is shown by the total sitting at 120. San Diego State is another Mountain West team that just had another great season. Creighton had a down year for their standards, and they're also not built like they usually are, right? I mean, this Creighton team is very poor shooting from outside, which is not like them, but they're very strong inside. Sad for them. SDS is just so difficult to score on inside the paint. Good news for them, though, is San Diego State is also extremely inefficient offensively. Whichever team makes their tough shots wins this game. Should be a fun one with two fairly even squads. Iowa, Richmond, Thursday, 3:10. Iowa minus 9, total 150.5. If you guys remember from the live show Sunday, I said Richmond's upside can easily show and result in an upset at Davidson. Richmond has 2 studs in Burton and Golden, and they're going to see about 7 studs from Iowa here. Iowa, fresh off their Big Ten tournament win, likely brings that momentum into this game. We were also on Iowa from the Sunday's vid, but this spot is trickier. I mentioned Richmond's upside, but I also mentioned their downside. Iowa could boat race them here if we get the Richmond team that takes bad shots. But if they run good sets and hit their open looks, Iowa's vulnerable to lose here. Overall, though, it's a tough game to cap at this number. So, I have it 9.5 Iowa. So stay away from me. I could see a scenario where Iowa loses or Iowa wins by 30. This total's going all over. This total going over is all about Richmond's end. So if you like the over, to me, just bet Richmond's team total over. If you like the under, bet Richmond's team total under instead of the full game, because I think Iowa's going to get theirs regardless. Will they get to the tip of it? Who knows? But either way, Richmond, the total to me is all around how Richmond plays, the full game total. 4:13 Providence, South Dakota State matchup Thursday, 12:40 p.m. Providence minus 2, 149.5. I think this goes to show how overrated Providence has been this year, right? Or it goes to show how good South Dakota State's been, right? Maybe a mix of both. The Jackrabbits rank as one of the best offenses in D1. As per KenPom, and sure, they don't really play anyone, but this team can absolutely score at will. Providence has been an overrated team for quite some time this season. They've been really good against the spread. I get that, but they're gonna have their hands full here as a 4 seed. What this game's gonna have is points written all over it. And this is gonna be a best bet for me. Over 149.5, minus 110 DK, New Jersey. Break this game down, and you'll see that South Dakota State's going to have to use pace to their advantage. In the half court, they're going to get eaten up physically by Providence. Expect the Jackrabbits to get up and down the floor and score at will, which is what they've been doing all season. Providence does not mind running with teams who want to run, and they have tremendous physical advantages here. The pace is going to be very frantic, or I expect it to be extremely frantic, because, again, I think that South Dakota State's going to make it very clear early they're going to run up and down, and Providence is going to be happy to run with them. I think you can get over this number with shooting numbers less than 43%. Obviously, if you get a really woeful shooting game, you're not going to get there. But I think pace is above average. I think scoring is going to be above average. Love the number here, 149 over. That's the best bet for this region for me. LSU, Iowa State, Friday, 7:20 p.m. LSU minus 4, total 126. Let me start by saying it's a tremendous draw for LSU, who's dealing with some coaching issues coming in. Obviously, Wade's out, but life goes on. And here with Iowa State, it's just a worse version of LSU. Elite defensively with good scores inside. I actually have this at 4 myself, so it's an easy pass, but I was shocked to see LSU get this matchup. They could easily have gotten matched up against a team where they would have been an underdog against. Instead, they draw Iowa State here. And again, it's a brutal matchup for Iowa State. I'm off the total in either direction as pace figures to be frantic, but defense will be elite. So stay off game for me overall spread and total. Wisconsin Colgate Friday 9:50 p.m. Wisconsin minus 7.5 total 139.5. Another fun test for the Big Ten. It's going to be very clear after the first round of games just how good the Big Ten actually was this year. The Badgers had a great season led by good guard play, but this is a matchup that has letdown potential for the Badgers. Colgate absolutely snipes from outside, and Wisconsin was super vulnerable all season long from three defensively. The issue for Colgate is that Wisconsin has superior matchup edges in turnovers on the glass and their ability to get to the free throw line. As for Colgate, they spread you out and just fire from all over the court. Should be a fun game to watch. And if Colgate is fearless in this spot and making threes, they're extremely live for an upset. Wisconsin's physical edges could outwear them, though, over 40 minutes. USC Miami, USC minus 1.5, total 139.5, Friday, 3:10 p.m. You're going to get another bonus bet, best bet here. USC minus 1.5, minus 105. DK, New Jersey. I've said it every time Miami has come up in my vids. This team is smoke and mirrors offensively. I know, like they rank high on KenPom. Just watch them play. They run terrible sets. They take terrible shots. They have playmakers that offset this, but here they draw the length of USC, which will be an issue. USC has huge advantages on the glass and from three, and much like USC, this team has had a down. Much like USC, much like UCLA, this team has had a down year out of the Pac-12. But they can make it all up for it with a good run here in the tournament. An Auburn USC matchup is a juicy one if we get there, but it starts with USC winning this game. Miami will have to make tougher shots than USC all game long. And yes, USC will struggle at the free throw line to ice this game away, but there's just too many advantages in favor of USC for me to ignore here. So yes, another best bet, USC minus 1.5, minus 105, DK, New Jersey. Last but not least, Auburn, Jacksonville State, Friday, 12:40 p.m. Auburn minus 16.5, total 138.5. Ugly game here, but this should have been Bellarmine, either way. But credit to Jacksonville State for winning the regular season ASUN Conference. Say brutal matchup for them, though, with the Tigers. With that said, this game's an easy pass for me. With how erratic Auburn can be at times, a Bruce Pearl team that plays defense with this much efficiency is scary, though. And we all know Auburn has national title upside. Big number here, I'll stay away, but do lean the favorite in this spot at 16.5. Not enough to bet, though. If Jacksonville State can make their threes, this game could be interesting for a while. They have plenty of snipers to hang around and pour in from three. I just don't think it's going to matter. Auburn has too many physical advantages. That wraps up the Midwest region with two best bets of South Dakota State, Purdue over 149.5, minus 105, DK, New Jersey, along with USC minus 1.5, minus 105, DK, New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, hope you fall down a sewer. Drop your comments below and your thoughts on these Midwest region games. And look, let me know who you like. Let me know who you're betting. Be sure to peek the other three region vids as I gave out best bets in each of them. Fun-filled week of content continuing on this channel. More rundowns, Tyler Spread, more live shows, Kegger. So be sure to peek it all. Try to get a golf show for you midweek. Try to, but I will be out of town with Run Pure for a few days. So look, either way, I'll see you folks next time. But until then, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe,